Okay, so now that we have the uh, all of this set up in the main file, make sure that this is okay. This actually isn't in like setting any of this stuff. It might have, like, if we look at it, um, here under anchor usage, it's just says wallet says he use anchor wallet. Isn't that the same thing, or is that workspace? Workspace equals null. Maybe originally it was complaining about it. I don't know. Well, I was complaining about that, but fix because it doesn't have the type infer the workspace and it does this. And I guess that's how I ended up with that wallet. But it yeah, it's complaining about that, not finding it. But it's not in the other project. We already have Solana wallets view installed. But if we just did, well, you just said the type was any, it's probably also just as good. Was this here before Angel Wallet? I got popped up for something they did. So we'll just try any. And we'll see if any of that stuff's broken. We're also not using the contract version at the moment. We'll just comment this stuff out. Just say it's equal idle 1. Okay. And your chat workspace. And this is, oh, there's all this import. So let's try to install that down here. Just take the, I do think that I installed this at some point. This should be fine, but okay. npm I or install this. Added 10 packages, but this still, oh, it went away. Refresh. Oh, now what? Okay, what was it saying? Wallet not selected error, wallet not initialized. Please use a net wallet method. We have that in main, don't we? In a chat workspace. That's a net wallet. Oh, is this supposed to happen before this happens? We need to initialize the wallet before we can. Okay. Okay. So maybe this just needs to be like this. Okay. Came back at least. Okay. So now that we have that done, and we have this global variable that we're using, which is just to keep all of our programs, and this is anchor programs.chat. And we use the chat workspace to get all of our stuff inside of it. But if we go to it in global states, anchor program, so like we have the chat, right? And M4A, which is undefined. But we feed in those things, and we have some some things that we check. Um, but yeah, you can keep that in a global state as well, just like that. So I think that this is actually working now. I, uh, this is angry, but I think it might still work. But yeah, we'll make we'll take while. Yeah, hopefully that still works, but I guess we will see. We need to try to actually interact with the contract. So good way to, well, we need to generate a comment section first, right? Um, okay, I mean, we're gonna have to rip this out, right? So let's go ahead and do that. That is just what I go to the comment section. Let's see what we're feeding into it. Comment section. We got our comment list. So I think it's just the comment list that's doing everything. There's add comment. I see. So we did need to export that function, expose that function that get comment data, it's called. But I think you can also omit. You can omit upward and do it that way. So maybe it wasn't. I'm not even sure if I revisited that or not. But in the comment list, we do not want to get this data unmounted. So now it's not there. Um, okay. At the add comment, we want to try to call our function for creating a comment section and see if we can make that successfully happen. So let's just go quickly add a button just under it. Create comment section and all this stuff to add it. Comment section. So we'll need to feed in the comment section name, but I think that's a prop that comes in. Okay. Let's see. We got a button. Okay, we got a button. Good enough. So we got this. Let's go create a function down here. Function. Okay, so now we have that. Um, we're gonna want to import our program, our Anchor program, so that we can call it. And we did that we imported in main this thing, Anchor programs. Then go back to our add comment. Actually, import this because we fed into our Anchor programs chat the workspace, the entire Anchor workspace, and we can use that now. Globally, we call that. Okay, so Anchor programs chat. Okay, let me see. I think this has to be an async function because it's everything all the contract stuff is. I think chat can't see any of that, can we? Um, I want some syntax. Sure. Okay, so going to add comment, comment section, and there's other stuff we got to add, but really you just need this at the moment. Something like this dot chat program. I don't know if I could see any of that. Um, where does that name come from? Let me see if it exists anywhere. So in here, we say chat program. So I guess it's in here. So I guess it must be in our Anchor chat workspace. That's where that name is. So if it's in our workspace, it should also be there as well. So that's where that name comes from. Okay. Got all of the stuff. Then we got our methods that we can call. And yeah, feed in we're just going to feed in the whole comment section name, not a prefix and whatnot. So this, except we want, but I think we just have a comment section name already, don't we? Okay, so let's see if we can get anything to happen. Because we tried this. This person shouldn't have any money for one, so that would cause an error, but I will refresh. The contract is already deployed. Let's see. Reach maximum of account credit. Okay, got something. But no, we're trying to. Okay, is that even the right function for one? Let's see. Create comment section, and you can go to our test file and output that to create comment section. Yeah, that looks right. Program that method set create comment section. And I think there might be something that we could do so that these like when Crest got that it actually comes up like all the options and stuff. But haven't really bothered with that. Um, okay. Okay, still getting that, but at least we're getting something. Okay, so still looking into this, but I did add some printout so that we can see some stuff. So if we go here in the create comment section that we're function that we're calling, just the comment section name and some stuff out of the chat program and provider.public key to base 58, which gives us a string that we can read, which is just the wallet, the public key of the wallet that's connected. Wallet's not returning anything. I'm not sure if that's normal. Yeah, if we got rid of this base 58 and did it again, how it looks like this, and it's not really readable as it's not readable. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna base 58 and then you can read it. Okay, so you can see that. Um, yeah, so something that sometimes like things could just not be deployed right, which is possible. And that would be the time where you would want to come in here and delete the target and do everything again. Do an anchor build, but this time since we deleted the target, it's going to take a little longer. So let's wait for that. Okay, so that finished. Our Solana test validator is still running, so we can do an anchor deploy, and I would expect to get a different program ID since we deleted the target and ran through it again. And it is different, so we'll take this one, copy it, replace this in here. Also for testing, this should also be replaced down here, anchor.tunnel. Replace that as well, and now we would build it again and deploy it again, which sucks because if I could build it and deploy, I could get that. But yeah, and anchor deploy, and we deploy it again. So now I think after the build step, this gets updated. So now we have our new program ID in here. So and it's deployed again. So we'll take this and go replace this in our contract file and see if anything's different. Refresh. Hit the button. Oh, still getting that. There's something else that I wanted to fix though. I'll look into that, but in this file, I'm pretty sure that it's working. Um, because it's getting the comment section, like that's the name of the account that it's supposed to be working with. So let's just do um here console that log just so that we're sure that it's actually working. Title one and that address is it if we come to it, put it up here, we can access the property address, and that's the string. So let's try that and see if it comes up. Yep. So this is the program ID. So it got it. So that is working fine. But the import's angry, and we can fix that. And maybe we fix it for some other ones. We go down to the byte environment uh, file and just add another one for .json, and that seems to make that error go away. We still have, I mean, it wasn't really an error since it was working, but yeah, we still have this, which I'm not sure if it's anger because of that, because I did do it slightly different. I imported that wallet, but from Solana wallets, but it wasn't able to do that. But yeah, so to figure out what's wrong, or we get past this issue of reaching the maximum amount of attempts to resolve the account for the comment section. It won't let us create it, so something's still wrong. Okay, so I think I see what is potentially wrong. I'm not sure I just didn't get caught in the test, but I think for the strings, like the comment section name should just be doing it .as ref, not .as bytes. Yeah, we're doing little bytes, so let's also change them inside of the post comment and post reply. And hopefully that's why the comment section was it. Oh, we got more of these. So comment section name. But yeah, just anywhere, just control H. Copy that. We will paste that with .as rough, which I think is what we should be doing for strings. Replace all. But yeah, not helpful errors, but hopefully that does it, and we'll just, yeah. I mean, I actually thought that the dot to bytes also worked for the string. Um, but let's hope that that's what's wrong. And for our messaging, we can just say new comment section. Don't need nothing in there. And we'll just print out the comment section name. We can program ID. Um, that stuff's fine. It's enough. So do since we haven't actually had any transactions, probably oh that because I got rid of that underscore. That wasn't sure if that was part of it, but I don't think that it is. Like, pretty sure I've done that before. What is it complaining about now? Oh, has it, wait, it is used. It's totally used. We're using it for the printing it out. So is there somewhere else it's not being used? Oh, the CTX isn't being used. The context isn't being used. Okay. So now anchor build. Hopefully our program ID doesn't change. Anchor deploy. This is still running. Let's make sure our Solana logs. Solana logs. When you kill the validator, it'll kill this, which I've done several times. Okay, so that's running. It's deploying. It is the same ID, so I think that's program ID. So let's hope for the best. Let's see what happens now. Let me see what was I doing. I was trying that, but let me try creating comment section again. Anything? Nope, still the same thing. So not that. I thought that dot ref was also fine for strings. I know there were like different options, but yeah, not that. Maybe I could also copy in the new idle file. I don't think it would have really changed, but just in case. Uh, but I'm suspecting that that's not going to matter. Copy this. Let me go throw it in. It did get a little shorter, maybe. But now it's still same thing. So got to figure that out. Still trying to fix this, but I was wondering about something about these functions not being the same color, but it seems like it's just the way it's indented. This parenthesis just has to be next to it, and then it turns yellow. So that fixes that. I'm gonna change the way this looks. Keep that up there. Do this up here. Okay, well, it would be silly if that was the issue, but I don't think it's that. So I've been, really looking through this. I've tried uh, other ways of making a function and calling a program, not this one, but uh, this one. And they still all do the same thing. I've tried account strict and accounts and feeding in the account PDA, but I mean, when I feed in all the accounts, it'll say, right, I guess I can show that just to show what I have done, right? But if I did this and did accounts strict, let's say I'm missing some, and it says, I have to have all of them right. Um, Refresh, it'll complain about the accounts that are missing, but the moment that I gave them all, yet account counter section not provided, so I give the PDA for that, and then it'll want the signer not provided. Give them the signer, which is just public keys. Wallet connected, give that system program, that's the program ID for the smart contract. Do that, and then I get this reference error buffer is not defined um, for any of the accounts when I fill them up all the way. But aside from that, I'm still getting the error about not being able to resolve the accounts. And the funny thing is, because I've done some testing beyond this, right? So get that. I tried putting in the main contract from the main website into that, and I was still getting the exact same thing. So it seems like it has something to do with maybe this anchor library or something that's supposed to make the program and stuff work or something. I tried changing the versions to match, but yeah, also I took this contract, the contract that we've worked on, right? This contract here, and I stuck it on the main website, put this button here, and the wallet actually comes up and you get the option. I haven't tried it yet, but okay, what I think it's because, yeah, attempt to debit account was on a record of on a regular credit. That error means that I'm broke. I have no source. No, so I have no money on this account. So if I come here, try to fix this, so on an error grab, and so to this public address does that. And I go back, try it again. Now that I have money. Okay, so like, actually, I no, I guess I would count. If I had the Solana logs running, which I didn't, Solana logs, I can't make the same comment such that I should get an error if I just run it again, because I shouldn't be able to just make the same comment section. Let's see. I'll see the message that I expect. Yeah, already in use. Like if you, I can't move the mouse, but now it says allocate account address 3C, blah, blah, based on already in use, because that counter section was already in use, so it did work. And if I come here, well, the point is, though, the contract is working on the main UI, but not the UI that we've been working. And yeah, so it can't really be the backend stuff either. It's the idle file. If I'm able to copy and paste it, and that works. But anyway, let's try test two. So it's a different comment section name. So I come here, redo that, seems successful, and come to the logs, and then we get a message for the transaction. The instruction was create comment section. And we had some log, new comment section, test two, initial post count 0, which is what we um had in here. New comment section, the comment section name, initial post count 0. So that works on the main UI, but I am having the down this time, doing this a second time, to show people how they can do that and enjoy it. But I mean, you can always, just copy the code since it's working here and then change other stuff because could be some dependency issue or something. But I mean, it would be ideal to get this working, but we'll see. It's been maybe another day or two, but after that, it'd be like, like, nah, it's pretty good. Yeah, but I've been trying to change the versions and stuff and whatnot. Um, I was also able to get the Solana wallets in by installing the adapter wallets just by installing the right version of well, the same version I had before. Like you do this or you install anything, right? Some of them have ads, some don't. But for the version, you just do at behind it and 0 point 19.32 because I seen that was a version I had in the other project and I actually did install. So now we can specify um it's like extra wallets in main like if we go here in main, but it seems like the browser mostly detects all the wallets anyway. But if you want to have extra options to possibly show up, I guess we should be able to do that now. Um, I guess let me go change that just to have something. If nothing else out of this, but yeah, we learning a lot of stuff. We got that. Let's go import the stuff now. So now we come now wallet. Oh, why did I do something else? Right. Okay, and then into options have a soul flare. Yeah, I guess that's about it until we can get it figured out. I'm trying to do a. Is it working now? Was that the difference? Holy shit! Is it actually working now? It's actually working now. I just happened to be recording. Oh, that's a good time to stop. This is probably something that I've seen before. Over message. Already in use is the account section test. So it's actually working now. It seems like we did possibly just like why? Like we had it don't fucking make no sense. We already had auto connect. It's because there were no wallets in here. Like what the fuck? Like what kind of what kind of bullshit is that? But I changed a bunch of stuff. Like and none of that stuff seemed to matter. It seems like it was like this that mattered. It's like why I got this test net. I think there's also like can you see the options? DevNet, mainnet, and testnet. But I don't think testnet even counts as being local. But I don't know. I had no idea. But it's working now. Okay, wait. So let me get rid of it and see if it stops working. If that still need to be that way. Let me see. Yeah, Moses, gone through so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now when I come here, it's broken again. So I guess it was that the whole time. Doesn't seem like it should be what fixes it, but it did. And yeah, I'm gonna have to thank Jesus for that because, yeah, no, that would have been really shitty not being able to help people get past this part. But okay, I'm gonna have to take a break before we get any more done. Okay, just to give a recap on what was broken and how we fixed it. Right, so we added in just a wallet. It seemed like if you like before we had it like this, it was broken, right? It gives us the yeah, account resolution can't resolve accounts. Same thing if so if it was empty or if we got rid of it, it still does it. If you have auto connector, it seems like you have to have at least one extra wallet, and you see the Soulflare wallet in there. It's just an extra wallet, and there are a bunch of extra wallets that you could have stuck in there, right? But yeah, when you have none, it's just so angry for some reason. But yeah, it did not make the Solana wallets right library for. But yeah, I didn't make this wallet but from scratch. Maybe should have. But yeah, if and this also doesn't seem to be important either. If you get rid of these settings and inside of that wallet, it doesn't matter either. It still works. We just have to list a wallet, and you go to change wallet. You can see that you get more options in the Soulflare wallet is there. But there's a bunch of other wallets. Let me see. I think this one also might, is it called the Clover? Yeah. Okay, cool. It's showing me a bunch of, showing me a bunch of wallets. We could also pair that one in. No. And then you pair that one in. And then now there's this little Sulfur wallet and a Clover wallet. Well, I'm guessing it just wants at least one extra wallet option for this to work. Seems like it doesn't matter if it's Phantom or Sulfur or Clover, but yeah, it just needs one, I guess. But yes, that is silly. I'll leave this in it for now because it's not doing anything. I just want to keep the syntax. But in here, we can come clean up some stuff. This can just be set the type to any, and then so you well, no, listen, Heather, so complicated. We don't need this import. For this wallet view, we could actually import wallet. Um, I think from here, right? Let me see. One of them had like just wallet, and then you could just do as wallet, and it wouldn't complain. At least if you're trying to get rid of some red. Yeah, and here we're just feeding in the one version of the contract. We don't need these, so this is a little plainer. I already took care of this in this the main one, and this still functions and works right. Okay, so now that we could actually create a comment section, we should make sure that's set up just right, and then we can add comments and then actually render our posts and stuff. Okay, so in comment, we have that comment. Right, we printing out all the stuff, don't really need it. This is just for creating a comment section. We'll keep some of that. So now when we create the comment section, you want to do it by the comment section name. This one just takes comment section name. But the main contract actually has two variables, the prefix and the name separated, because those strings can only be 32 characters long. And by separating the prefix out, it gives you more room for the other variable. That's all. Okay, so now we're going to want to do some things similar. We're going to want to post a comment when we add a comment or reply. So when we add a comment, we're not going to want to do any of this stuff anymore, right? And we already have this forked, right? So you don't really have to keep the second copy around, but yeah. So now we're running into something similar. We don't have to grab the comments and push them onto our object list anymore. So what do we have? We have post comment, and we want to get post count to post comment that takes a comment section name and the actual comment that we're trying to post, right? Which would just be message value. Everything else should be taken care of. So that would really just be this, except it needs to be an async function only. So we do this, we can get rid of this. This should be enough. Once the comment section is created, then it should be enough to add a comment. So we still have our logs running, I think, right? So we can see when the transactions are successful and it works. Okay, so test. I don't know if we made the overview one comment section. Let's see if we get an error. This is still showing. Okay, reach unresolved for comments. For comments specifically. Hmm, that's unexpected. Let's go look at it. Just the comment section name and the message, and that should be it. Yeah, post comment. Um, yeah, the comment section name is fed in the comment section post comment, and we have to do little endian because the front end, when it derives the accounts for us, it wants to do it in little endian, not big endian, not de. That would just cause problems, and you would have to feed in the PDAs yourself. But no, this should be mostly fine. Let's see. Seems like hitting post also cause those to come up, but let's see. So we can create our comment section. That's all right. And found, go to our logs, and we'll get some feedback. But yeah, so we have a new comment section, M4A overview one, initial post count is 0. And we're feeding in the comment section name. This exists post comment. Oh, yes. Okay, so now it's letting us post a comment. We come to our logs. New comment total 1. I guess posted the comment section, but not. I could have printed out the actual message, I guess. Could have been like new comment or new post. I'm just doing a comment. It's fine. And comment, and that will just be the message that comes in. That way, it's actually there. But we can see that it still works. Posting it, so now we just need to work on re-rendering it. And yeah, when that gets called, it's calling in some stuff to re-render some stuff which we're not gonna want to do anymore. Um, this is really it. This is really it. But we will need to be able to uh, take the stuff from the comment from for the comment section and try to do some stuff with that. So I like to build like the PDA for the comment sections like up there. Shouldn't need all this, but okay. Comment section list. When we re-render get comment data on what get comment data should do, it should no longer do this. We will need a new way of getting the comment data. So the way that we would do this, right? We get our PDA. We had this get comment section PDA, and we're going to make a new file that is going to have all of our PDA functions for when we're trying to get a specific account. We need the PDA for that account. I called this. That is, I will keep the names the same. Although the other project is actually called Chat Protocol, not Chat. But yeah, underscores and stuff can really mess with stuff on the other, on the back end side, but it's better on the front end side. You just rename them, but let's just call this new file chat protocol JSON. Oh no, it should be .vue actually. And view, and in here we will declare all of our different keys and whatnot. Our comment list, we need our add comment. We need this PDA. and the why equals yes. Okay, that's like we want public key from this. That's the shortest one that we can get. It's also available in the Anchor import. We don't need that. Public key Anchor programs. We need our program. Phone files. And then we're gonna export this. Okay. So now we want to import this into our here, but we could also this like you know how we use UTF-8 before for getting the PDA test. We're getting the PDA, right? Or UT even code, but that causes problems on the front end. Does not work for me. Like if I tried that, well, I guess I'll wait until it's in. But there are other ways that you can do. You can do texting code. You can do buffer that from. But buffer that from only works if you have it. If it's installed, I guess. But it was installed in the previous project, but not here. But just um, yeah, just new text encoder. This dot encode also works just fine. There's probably a bunch of other ways to do it as well, but this works just fine. Okay, so we need to import that get PDA, this get comment section PDA. I think, no, add comment doesn't really need it. I mean, we add a comment section, but we don't really need to get the PDA or look at it. Yeah, we don't. So let's remove this. Yeah, we don't really need to do that in the comment unless we do, for sure. Need to be able to get the PDA from, let's go ahead and throw this in here. Contracts, slash chat, program, all dot view. We could have just made this a TypeScript file, but we didn't. So yeah, we will want to call the function like that. And now we can get the comment section PDA. So now that we have the PDA, we can do that program what that accounts dot um to make its account dot. So there's fetch where you can use to fetch a specific PDA, and that's all where we get every single comment section. We don't want every single comment section. We just want the one comment section. So this is why we should use fetch and we throw in the PDA so that we can actually grab that specific one. We need to also import our Anchor programs. This is some other stuff I was testing. Don't need it. The type comment here. Right, because we're not adding comments that way anymore. Um, but yeah, I mean, we can remove the local storage stuff. This is where we're defining what we don't have to do that anymore. Define what a comment is because it's defined on the back end in the contract, and when we read it in, it's just there. Um, did I not get an anchor programs? Anchor programs that fetch. So then we have our comment section will equal that. John's comment section. I'm gonna take it. So now we will need. We got our comment data. Hang on. Can call this. I think we'll just say this dot value and call this equals null and basically just set it empty. How do you get our comment section? And now for var I equals 0 less than comment section dot post count. So we want to get every single comment that's in this comment section. All right, type plus plus. Okay. Um, and yeah, so we're gonna need another PDA for getting the comments. We're gonna add that to tag protocol, our other one, which should be the one for getting a comment instead. Call it get comment PDA, comment PDA, comment PDA. This is the comment. We need that, but we also need a number, right? Which is, we'll call it the comment index, because it's not quite the ID to recall, but it's comment section, and then you also want to do it in the same order as well. Yeah, and then the comment comment section name, and then the post number, and this would be okay. Well, okay, for this, because it's a number, um, we have to do something a little different. Let me go over to this one for a number that we're feeding in. I mean, it's like it is like a 32, but is it? I think so. Okay, so yeah, for reading on a number is also buffered up from, but that wasn't working in the other project. So you can read it something like this, where we have to basically just use an anchor number on the front end. And you also need import this fast recall as anchor from that. That way you can use it. PDA, okay, and the number itself, right, is supposed to count. Um, it's 32. That's 32 divided by 8. Take the number divided by 8, and it was 4. So there should be a 4. I mean, no, one little Indian. And then that'll give us all our seeds for making the content PDA, and it'll be the same. So now we want to call this in the comment list. So we get the comment section PDA. Now we got the comment PDA. Okay, so we do that. Um, okay, yeah, just like this. You're gonna want to get the comment PDA this time. And the post count will have to be this minus 1, right? Because it actually starts at 0. So post count minus 1. So that should be fine. So that'll get us our comment PDA. And then we'll need to fetch our specific comment and then push it. So this is the comment. We're gonna go fetch. Don't you have to do account dot the actual account that you want? It might have a fetch. I feel like there's something that's missing. Fetch. Yeah, you have to do the account that you actually want before the fetch. Okay. Right. Account. Comment section. That fetch. Account. Comment. That fetch. Okay, so that we get our comments. We want to get all of our comments and basically just push them. Push them on. And we set this actually to an empty array, not even null. So current comment data, the comment data value dot push this comment on, and that should work. And we'll get rid of all this local storage stuff. Okay. I will try to print out the comment so that we can actually see it. So now we call this, and call this unmounted, comment PDA. Okay. We got a comment PDA, not the comment section. Okay. One would think this would work. Let's see what we get. Read out a comment. Doesn't look like it. I see nothing. Let's see what we got. We definitely already got a comment in. Let's see. Um, sold log comment section. Code is not defined. The heck is that? 29. Oh, for the part of console. What the heck? Okay. And we're not awaiting. I didn't await. So, okay, all this stuff needs to be awaited on refresh. And this should be an async function. Getting the PEA doesn't have to be, but when we fetch or do a transaction, that has to be async function. Okay. So we got the post comment. Oh, it's working. Let's see. Second comment. Well, this is what we want to see. Post in a second comment. Well, no, we have to listen, and then the person will probably have to do a refresh to actually see anything. So we go here. See, now we have a second comment. Still not printing out the text for it yet, though, but that should finish, spell, and validate. That's not cool. Now let's refresh, see if a second comment comes in. Cool. Oh, they're both the same comment. That is not cool. People, we're making progress. We got our. None of this stuff matters. This is not connected to anything. But yeah, getting there. That is promising. Okay, so fixing our timestamp should be pretty easy. We should just have to come here. We already had something here for it. Just take this and sort that out. Because if we do that, just do date down here. I see. So okay, but that's a different kind of string. So should just take this whole thing. Actually, I think it's only the inside that's different. Yeah, it's already here, and this one's called time anyway. Okay, and now our time's working again. Okay, had to restart. It seems like the comments in the comment section are gone. Shouldn't be, but uh, maybe just didn't kill everything properly. But anyway, I thought I had. I mean, I talked about this at some point, but I saw that I recently just glossed over this. Why we're even multiplying by 1,000. That's because, in the back end, in Anchor, it's when the timestamp is taken in the smart contract, it's done in seconds, but TypeScript / JavaScript needs that in milliseconds. We multiply seconds by 1,000 to get milliseconds. So just wanted to just briefly go over that again, I guess. Something else that I seen wrong. Well, we don't even need to get this PDA, but was trying to add in the comment section again, but we don't need to print out any of this stuff when we create the comment section. We really just need to call this. Okay. So now fill the string. This ain't open. Okay, oh, let's not even worry one. I wonder if I will have to airdrop more soul or if that's still fine. Yeah, account, no record of prior credit. It's just too many things going on. It's not in the logs, but Solana airdrop 10. There's something else that we could do to set the default wallet that's applying the contract and the contract calendar to be, well, this is like not even the CEO of it. And that way we would always have some money when the contract would deploy. Okay, so now we have a comment section, right? We go to our Solana logs that was running, and yeah, I probably should have reread that for the new messaging, but okay, so that works, and we need a comment from one post. Oh, and we're not printing out any messages or toasts or anything, which would be helpful. Okay, and we need to see what's wrong. Okay, I mean, it's like a couple things that we need to do. Also, it looks like we don't have the ability to edit and delete, but we should because we have the same public address. We'll have to look at that as well. But yeah, let's figure out why. Let's first figure out why. How I seem to just emit so fast and it doesn't re-render. Figure out why it's not keeping both of them. Let's see, refresh, see if it's done. It takes a little bit of time. It's not done yet. Okay, and now they both have the same comment, and comment one is gone, so let's figure out why. Okay, so figured out what was wrong. A couple things. I mentioned this before, but you know how we're doing the dot fetch with the comment section PDA or with any PDA, you can fetch that account. Um, but there's also the dot all, which will get all of the existing accounts for of that account type. So here we have this test, and we're printing out our two comments. If we got all of the comments, and there's only two, right? We can see one has a message, a comment, two, an account. The other one has a message one. But anyway, the problem is we're not changing the PDA. We are doing the post count -1 because we know that it needs to be 0, but we should also be using I. So if we just do plus I, then that should fix it. Okay, why do I? Okay, it's not quite right. Okay, this is overly complicated. This should just be I. I is going to start from the first index. I don't know why I was thinking all that other stuff, but yeah, just I, because the post count is 2. Seeing how that's working. Um, right, the post count is 2. 0 is less than 2, so it'll go, then it'll go and it'll be 1. 1 is less than 2, so it'll go, but once it hits 2, then it won't. So it only runs twice. But yeah, just I starting at 0. And that's enough. Okay, so now that is fixed. We can hide them and we can filter them like we used to. Okay, cool. So I guess there's just one more thing I guess to go over. So because we need to know why this is actually a bad contract, and it seems okay. But let's go ahead and put our page in every browser, and then we can see why it's a bad contract. Oh, geez. And Firefox. Okay, so I am going to have to get everybody a wallet and get them individual IDs and import them. Like if you just wanted to make another account, don't show that. Like another account. you could always like add, create new account, um, the hardware wallet and stuff, but import a private key, which I'm just going to import some private keys. But yeah, you could click create a new account and blah blah blah, and I can do account, which I'm not going to do. So let me go ahead and do that. Get them individual browsers and people, and then we can see why it's a bad contract. I also thought that this was worth noting. I kind of actually get like your addresses out of here. Like if you go to manage accounts, and then you have to actually click on that account. Then you can click show private key and then type in the password, and then you can get the private key. Or if there's a seed phrase, you could get the seed phrase that way for that account. But I thought that was worth mentioning. Huh. Okay, just wanted to get a plain start on this, so I deleted the target and did an anchor build. I already have our test validator running with our Solana logs. So we can give an anchor deploy to get our new program ID. This one, place this up here. An anchor comma will replace this, but it's just for the test environment. And we build it again, but it'll be quick. When you delete the target and rebuild it, it takes a long time. But yeah, uh, but not when you're just replacing the program ID. We redeploy that, so now everything will be fresh. There's also a way to use like Solana hyphen test hyphen validator space dash R, and that will also delete everything, but it also deletes all the money that everybody had. So, okay, so we were coming here, replace our IDL. Okay, so now come here and do a refresh. Okay, um, right, that's looking for something, but that's fine. I'll either create the comment section again, sign in. Okay, so that should create the comment section fine. There was something else that I went and took a template for just the once. It'll be fine, but we can talk about it. And this is what's really important. This is the listeners that we use in Solana. So here we have this function. It's an async function. We have our anchor programs. But this time we do dot provider dot connection and on change, on account change. And what we can do is look at a specific PDA, right? Look at a comment section, take a comment section name, use our get PDA function to get the address of that account for that specific comment section, and we can watch that comment section. And what that means is like we're watching the comment section, we're looking for any changes to that account. In this case, the only thing that could actually change is the post count, right? That's the only thing that would change on it. So if someone makes a post, this number will go up, and that's a change, and then that'll set off this function because it was listening to this specific PA for this comment section and was waiting for a change. And when that happens, then this will execute on the inside, and we can get the comments, the new comment data, and re-render it. And we have this watch ID, which gets set. And this is basically something that we're yeah, it can build up and accumulate, just like the event listeners and some other things I think that we've talked about. But yeah, you're on unmounted, you're going to want to remove the account change listeners via the watch ID. Um, Sometimes they might be undefined, but in this case, we're setting it immediately on mounted, so we don't actually need this here. But if it was undefined, the watch ID was undefined, and you tried to use it, you tried to remove it here, you would get a warning in a console. So this just kind of helps prevent with warnings, but nothing too fatal. Um, so yeah, we have to call our listener function, and we have to await it because it's an async function, and we have to put async in here, right here on the unmounted, for that to actually work. But that's pretty much it. And that means like when we post and the comment section numbers go up, it will get the comment section data again, and then it can re-render everything basically. So now we try comments, we post it, and we can see after enough confirmations and transactions been finalized and stuff. and it just pops up on its own. So, since we are using our Solana test validator and not just local storage, when we come to our other browsers, we can see those comments. This is the see, yeah, that's why he's got that there. So now it's like, yeah, I mean, we're still talking to ourselves, but now we're talking to ourselves between different browsers, huh? Yeah, starting to look like a real website, huh?
And there we go. All finished. Do I look like a real
Website.
papa? You will one day.
Yep. Okay, so, to get to why this is, a bad contract, we can try something with Firefox post, and I already airdropped everybody money. So we'll have Firefox get ready to post. We'll have Edge get ready to post, and Brave get ready to post. With the Brave comment, and just hit this. Make sure I'm signed in so that I'm ready. He's signed in. Firefox is already signed in. Edge just needs to hit that. And sign them in. We'll have Firefox go first. Firefox goes, they post, but then Edge tries to post. Edge gets an error. Brave tries to post. Brave gets an error. And they get the same error, and it is a constraint seeds error that has to, and there's Firefox, so Firefox is posted. You can see that Brave. But, yeah. And the reason that this issue is happening is because, it has to do with keeping the accounts, unique and stuff when we do that with the seeds. And this is, I think, something important to understand about these, right? So when we're posting the comment, it is made from the comment section name, right? That's never changing. This comment string, but this one is what's the problem. It's the comment section post count. And the problem is that everybody can affect this number, right? In the comment section, everybody can affect this number. And, yeah, if everybody's posting, you have to wait for the value to finalize an update before it can be messed with again, basically. And that is why you get that issue where basically only one person can post, and you have to wait for it to finalize because everyone's affecting this number. And the way that you get around that is that, people would have, a chat account, and they would have their own post count for like the number of posts that they've ever made, a way of keeping that. And you would have to use that as the seed phrase for posting the comment. Because that's a number that only the user that they can affect. So if they try to post and then post again, then only they would see that, oh, there's a seed constraint because their number hasn't finalized yet. So that is basically how you get around that. But that brings other issues that we'll have to get into. But yes, this is exactly why we test our stuff. Can you imagine if I just had this first iteration, didn't test it well enough, and just showed this to everybody?
But seriously, folks, I checked his computer, right? And I told him he has a pretty bad virus. You know who else has a pretty bad virus? My motherboard!
Down in some shit. But yeah, this contract is worthless.
Well, this thing is worthless. Like my Lebanese alarm clock.
Israel has a right to defend itself!
Okay, see you in the next video.